we start off with the Nuggets, actually, a whole bunch of people would probably listen because.
Really? Because I have things to say about the Denver Nuggets.
Man.
Let me tell you something, Greg.
Nuggets are.
I have recently procured the video game 2K18, and this is a basketball game. I have gotten it. I think my cousin actually purchased it. I thought we rented it, but he purchased it because he loves basketball, of course.
I didn't know that.
He's not a big Nuggets fan yet.
No.
But he hasn't seen the light yet.
Is he a Rockets fan? Or Spurs?
I think, he probably is a Rockets fan, really, when it comes down to it. Or, I don't know who he likes, really. But we rented that game so I could learn more about the Denver Nuggets, whom I already am having this one-sided love affair with. I don't really know very much about them, but I know that they're the team for me.
The team for me.
I don't know. That's the tribe I want to join, And
sadist.
No, I've got voice to share and concepts for the Denver Nuggets that could really help. My first idea, I don't know much about the actual players. I can name a few of the players now. You want me to say how many I can name?
Who's your favorite player? In the Denver Nuggets.
Gary Harris.
Gary Harris. Okay, all right. That's a lot of people. That's fair. So
Is
young,
that a lot of
upcoming.
Yeah. Gary Harris. Nikola Jokic, of course. He's a powerful guy.
Big
Plumlee.
body in the
I got Plumlee on there.
Okay. Plumlee.
Okay.
So you've been putting some work in on the.
I have been trying. I have been trying. Paul Millsap. That's right. That's right. There's a Paul Millsap, and there's
I forgot he plays.
I said Gary Harris. I'm starting to run out. Jamal Murray.
There you go. I was wondering if you're gonna call out the other youngin.
Is he the youngin? I don't really know
so
anything.
Gary Harris and Jamal Murray are like the two young.
Okay.
Nikola Jokic is pretty young too.
I believe in those guys. They're a powerful trio, those fellas. And we also have Plumlee. He's there.
Plumlee, yeah.
He's a big fella too, I think.
Yeah,
he looks big on TV.
He's like 6'11".
Is he? Yeah. See, we got that. We got that in the Nuggets.
Big people, man.
So that's my first. That's almost 5 people. Is that 5 people? Almost. That's like we have a starting lineup with the people I can name now. That's a lot. That's a big step for me.
That is. I mean, it's a long way away from zero.
It's a long way away from zero. Also, I have an idea for the branding.
Are you not a fan of the Nuggets branding?
No.
No, I don't think anyone's a fan of the Nuggets branding.
It's not strong.
It's not.
Because there hasn't been gold here in a long time. You know what there is? Nugs. And you know what I smoke all the time is Nugs.
So you want to go with the Denver Nugs?
We can stay as the Nuggets, but let's just change the color scheme. That's all I'm saying.
Green and yellow or orange. Green and orange.
Green and purple. You know what I'm saying? Green and
purple. Okay.
Totally, man. Because we got the purple mountains. They're so gorgeous.
Green, purple, and orange.
Yeah. It'd be awesome. And just instead of the mountains in the background, it's a pile of weed.
It's just.
And then you also get to have the thing where and we're going to let our players, we're not going to drug test our players except for steroids and shit.
Still part of that league thing.
Is that the whole league?
Yeah.
You can't make that decision?
Yeah, you can't be an individual and be
what a shame. Well, we can start pushing for players' rights in that area.
Yeah.
Because
you be forerunners and you lead the charge for the change in
That's right. Your boss should not be in charge of your consciousness. That's my rule. So I think that we need to move on that in the Denver world.
I honestly don't know. You would think that would be not in any way an enhancement while playing basketball.
Oh no, it doesn't help. And they're not going to do it.
So I don't understand why
or they already are because they like it. I don't know what the fuck.
Well, I think at one point in time the people were coming to the games like that, and that's why I don't know why they started testing, but I just always thought it was weird that you would test for that. I feel like if you do that, you're just hurting yourself. It's not like a PED. It's not like you're taking what is it called? Anabolic steroids for baseball, and you're just smacking home runs all over the place.
No.
So
and having rage attacks and all this.
I don't. So I never really understood with the way they try to make it this whole contraband thing. But I think it's just a whole stigma.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I think the Denver Nuggets are gonna really come into their own this next season. You're gonna see with my positivity.
Come into their own.
They are, dude.
What a sports term.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
that's right. That's just a life term.
You've been watching ESPN too?
I have not.
Because it sounds like you've been watching some sports center.
Oh, really? Good. See, good. Because my ultimate goal
Come into their own is a pretty sportsy term.
is it good?
Yeah, like announcers are always like, yeah, he's really coming to his own as of late,
Okay.
scoring 20 a game. And
Oh, great! See, I've already got the accidental lingo happening. I'm really in a point in my life where I'm finding new niches that I want to get involved with. So, like designer fragrance, I'm interested in. You know, podcasting on the Front Range.
I'm big on the European football.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Very big on the European football. That's my new niche. But I didn't mean to remember. But like, yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Like, there's certain things I used to always be big on American football. Not as big on it like these days.
No kidding, right?
So now I'm more changed into a different type of football.
The rest of the world's not wrong.
You
know what I'm saying? They're not wrong about this.
Well, and also it's like the culture around the sport is pretty awesome too. So it's like, you know, you have like this huge culture, and it kind of seems to be going almost year round. It's like there's always seems to be like some league going somewhere, so it's pretty cool in that regards too. So I've been starting to follow that a little bit more.
It's more of a worldwide sport than our football is.
Yeah, that's
Definitely,
true.
I think.
Although we're trying to make it more worldwide, but you know, pushing. You know, Britain has taken some strides in the American football realm.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not that great. It's kind of lame. I think what we call soccer or whatever over here is a way more interesting sport. But basketball is interesting, especially in Denver, because we have such a great team like the Denver Nuggets. That is a niche to me. That's something that like I can maybe get a Denver Nuggets in the off season to get somebody to talk to me.
Because you never did that before too.
I've never done it. You know, it's new. You know, I don't know who is the number one Denver Nuggets fan in Longmont, Colorado. So if I don't know that, all the trick is for me is to let people know that it's me.
That's you.
You know?
I think you're gonna run into some opposition pretty
Totally.
soon.
But they
See?
don't have a platform, and I can build more platform for this. You know, I'm gonna do all these shows about the Denver Nuggets.
About
I'm gonna
the
try and
Denver Nuggets.
interview them and stuff on Thinky Time.
Nice.
You know, because
If you get a Denver Nugget for an interview, that's gonna be
it's gonna be awesome.
that's gonna be up there.
Yeah, it'll be cool. You know, I would take anybody, man. I think they're all amazing, and they all have interesting things to say about being a professional athlete and whatever. Golly, can't imagine what that's like.
Professional athlete, I imagine it's pretty taxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking exhausting. What do they eat? What do they, what is their ritual? Do they get into the flow state? You know, I'm trying to ask that kind of stuff. I have interesting things to ask the Denver Nuggets. And also just like
The Lakers have started meditating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like their coach has them meditate through some.
Lazy. It's a lazy quitters. That's what that is.
Meditating is lazy.
It's good practice and sit still, not think about anything.
Oh no, it's like before the games. It's like they have this moment sometimes
that's actually
before
really
the game.
cool though. That is cool. I'm just making fun of them because they're a shitty team.
No. We're forward thinking. We're forward thinking. One of the league's greatest franchise.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, like that. The quote has came out or the story came out rather about how Luke Walton, the Lakers coach, had their last year started having their team he was having different people come in and talk to him, and he was also having just this time where they would sit around and meditate and their free throw percentage apparently helped it because their free throw percentage went up.
I believe that. That's really interesting. And see if they could just smoke a bowl before they meditate.
But see, Luke Walton's Bill Walton's son. Big Bill Walton's I think he's Buddhist.
Bill Big Pants Waltons?
Like the big tall NBA player. Yeah, played for the I guess who did he play for? The Trailblazers and Celtics.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, so
I'm happy for him.
he's but he's like an NBA legend, and he's
I was just kidding. I don't know.
and he's like an NBA legend, and but I think he's Buddhist, or he's done some experimentation and
That's
some
cool.
learning about that. So his son has brought that into their locker room.
That's really cool. That's pretty cool. Man, can you imagine how much better, all the teams would be if they put in that kind of a practice to clear your mind and stuff before you go and do the big thing?
Yeah, but I can imagine it being kind of problematic if it's attached to some religion.
Oh, sure, if it's
If it
attached
starts
to
to say-
religion, but every religion basically.
But I
tells
think
you
I
meditate.
think he's kind of yeah. So I think like he's kind of kept it religion neutral.
Totally, that's
and
the way
like
to do it.
and like just put the meditate part in there.
Yeah,
But I think, but what I was just saying, he's got it from like that Buddhist culture or
that's cool.
teachings rather.
Of course, the Bible tells you to meditate. Quran
Yeah, I mean,
tells you to
pretty much
meditate. That's all
every-
just like how do you use your brain, you know? That's really cool. Imagine if the Denver Nuggets meditated, they would get even better than they are.
I mean, they'd actually maybe be decent.
They'd be like,
They'd be like,
they would come into their own, dude.
oh gosh.
That's the only athletics phrase that I know, I guess. I just stumbled into it. Now I'm going to hold on to it.
You gotta hold tight to that one.
Uh-huh. So I just came back from Texas where they're very into sports. They're
How was that?
Texas Tech Red Raiders down there.
Is Texas cool?
It was actually. It's fucked up. It's changed since I was there and developed all this anxiety and bitterness about it.
Uh-huh.
It's been a different place.
Different in which way?
Lot more development. A lot more. I don't know. I went to like an art walk type thing there, and boy, there were a lot of young people out there looking at art, oil paintings, and that kind of shit. I was so happy to see it.
Did that not happen before when you were there?
It did a little, but it wasn't nearly like that. You know, and the whole community seems like they're into it. And, you know, I went to 2 different gigs while I was in town. I was in town for 7 days. And it was really good. That people were interested in the music, and they, you know, went to see my friend Jenny Dale Lord. Played a couple places and sat in with her, you know, a little bit. And it was just a very different experience than what I left 10 years ago. Didn't seem like that long ago.
They done changed on you.
Changed on me. Yeah, great. Good for it, man. Good for people that are still there. I'm really happy for them. I went to Texas Tech and saw their garden. They have like this big botanical garden.
Okay.
And my buddy Vikram runs it, I guess. And he does. It's like he's the boss of the fucking thing. He goes around and shows everybody, you know, the flowers. He took me on a private tour all through these crazy flowers that they've got in all these greenhouses, and it was beautiful, dude. That part of it was really good. Remember how in the last episode I was like, I'm gonna try to not drink alcohol and not smoke weed
Yeah, how'd that turn out for
and
you?
maybe not coffee.
Yeah, I remember that the purge,
Full strikeout.
the cleanse,
Full strikeout.
full strikeout. Oh,
A
so you
swing.
hit all.
A miss. A swing. A miss. A swing. A wide miss. Yeah. The circumstance kept, you know, I didn't have to drink or whatever. I didn't even really want to, I guess. But, like, went down there and saw my friends and then wanted to buy me a beer. And this is like I don't know. It was just so easy to say yes and let somebody build a tab at a gig. You know what I mean? And it was barely a beer. You know what I mean? It was like a Corona.
It was like-
it's like, I don't know. if
You're
that
like,
even
what is this
counts.
water?
Yeah, so I drank that, and I'm way below sea level, so I didn't get anywhere near drunk at all while I was there. But I definitely had a couple beers, and then, you know, over the week, maybe like 3 beers over the week, you know, and then maybe 4. Jesus, I don't know. And then I had a glass of wine with my folks, kind of the last night, you know.
Okay.
It was nice. And, you know, it just kept happening around me. It just seemed like it's nice to take part in that ritual, and you know, I don't know.
It's a
So I
good
did.
social thing.
Yeah, and then I'm at the grocery store with my brother, and we're hanging out and whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, well, I need to buy some like kale and stuff like that, so my intestines didn't stop." Well, you know, it's fried cheese and what the fuck ever.
The goods. The Tejas cuisine.
God, it was so good though. And so I'm just eating like piece of shit some of this time. Like, I was not a piece of shit. I was very indulgent with the food, and so I decided to go out and balance it with kale. So I kept going to the store and getting kale. my brother's like, let me pay for you or whatever. And I had my wallet out. And I was like, I just got this cash in here. And I look in there in my wallet. We're in the middle of the grocery store in Lubbock, Texas. I look in there. Some dollar bills of an unknown quantity in there. There's that little divider thing in my wallet. And on the other side is like a little condom. Okay. And it's got, like a metallic kind of wrapper on it. Okay. Like a kind of like a gold metallic wrapper. And I look at that condom, and somehow pressed up against it, almost in the shape of kind of the ring of the condom, like sort of like snuggled in there, is a piece of hash, allegedly, the size of like a silver dollar.
Nice.
Like a surprising amount of hash to have just in your wallet, having gotten off an airplane very recently.
Oh, yeah.
And I slammed my wallet back. I put it back in my pocket. And I started giggling or whatever. Because, like, I was like, oh, universe, I'm not even going to smoke weed or whatever. And then it's like, oh, yeah? Well, you certainly can't take this home. And you certainly don't want anybody in Texas to know you have that much hash just hanging out in your pocket. Allegedly. Maybe this story didn't even happen. Maybe I'm just forgetting.
Just if this were to happen.
Maybe
that's how
this
it would
was
go.
Another me from another universe. Maybe. I can't recall.
If you were to find hash, and if you were to be in your wallet, and if this was to happen while you were in Texas, then this is how it would go.
That's exactly right. And so it was lucky because I was having some pain as well in my body as I'm going through some medical stuff at the moment. And I was trying to just do Tylenol and that kind of stuff while I was down there. And I decided, I would smoke that hash, allegedly. And in this universe. And I went and got a Coke can and, poked some holes in it, real classic.
Oh, man, you went middle school?
Dude, yeah, because they have Coke cans now that say America on them. And I was like,
that makes it... that means they put cancer in them.
Yeah. So I poured that Coke out, of course. I don't want that in my body. And then I poked holes in it to smoke that hash. And it was Blue Dream hash. I know exactly where it came from now that I realized what it was. And
if this was to happen, you would have known exactly where.
Yeah. So it's like, I would remember in that world, And so I went for a long walk in Lubbock, Texas, and enjoyed the evening with that. And came back pain-free and smiling or whatever, and everybody's asleep in the whole world. And, there are no pedestrians in that town, seems like ever.
I've never been to Taos.
Texas is not a bad place. Maybe it used to be, or maybe I was just young and willing to see it that way.
Does Lubbock get pretty quiet after dark?
Yeah, except in bars where it gets very busy every night. Yeah, because it's a college town. They got Texas Tech there. They got...
I didn't realize Texas Tech was in Lubbock.
Yeah, people working on diabetes and stuff like that. There's plenty of restaurants. And that's like, when you go to Lubbock, you go to eat. Because it's fucking great. It's great. Damn it.
The Tex-Mex cuisine, huh?
Yep, that shit's good. But also, it's just, there's a huge variety of places to eat. Because it's just like, one of the main things people want to do is drink indoors.
So is there a certain type of food they're famous for in Lubbock, or is it just
Mexican food and barbecue probably?
Barbecue?
Yeah, or there are a few different really good quesos, but I'd say it's mostly about Mexican food if you're really gonna go out of your way.
If you had to pick a favorite cuisine, what is yours?
Mexican food, yeah, probably. Because
yeah.
they eat steaks. There's a version for salad. You get some taco salad. You get some fajitas and ground beef tacos, all in the same kind of world. That's good.
I gotta go Asian.
Strong. That would probably be my second choice. And especially if you just count,
all the Asian, but if I was to be specific, Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Chinese strong. See, I'm thinking of Mexican food, real in Mexico style. That's the shit.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking of Americanized Chinese.
That's good too.
But
I've never been to Mexico, of course. But I've never been able
there.
to taste the difference between things that are made there and things that are made here, and people that are from there and people that grew up here. It's awesome. there's a place in this town, actually, in Longmont, where the folks that own it are from Plainview, which is right outside of Lubbock. And they have the best tamales in town, dude, I think. It's good. It's like on 9th and Lashley.
Mexican has so many different types of...
Totally.
Different types of food you can eat.
It's like super fresh greenery and like blackened grilled meats, you know, and a grilled up steak, you know, with some accoutrement, if you will.
Accoutrement.
So that's probably the main story that happened in Lubbock, is that alleged hash story. Because, you know, if I'm really being honest,
at least
I'm
it
not
ended
sure
that way.
It was hash. It could have been anything. Could have been, you know, some lint.
Some lint.
You know, really compressed lint.
Some pain-reducing lint.
Yeah. Yeah. So something about... Because that wallet would have gone through an x-ray machine if that story were true.
Yeah, but even then, like hash is hash, and if it's pressed, it doesn't necessarily look like anything but maybe like just a dark, like, you know, it doesn't, not like, you know.
I have no idea. It was pressed up next to that condom, and I think it's like this silver.
Yeah, they probably just saw a condom, didn't think twice.
Yeah.
They're like, ooh, condom, shadow of condom. Cool, let's go.
Weird.
Moved on.
So
don't they have dogs there?
I didn't meet any. I didn't meet any. I'm, you know.
I haven't flown for so long. I don't know anything about what, like, security is like.
Yeah.
Because I haven't flown.
It seems pretty strenuous.
I haven't flown since September 11th. 2000. Yeah, like, it was 2001. It was like the first. I flew to, I guess it was like March of 2001. That was the last time I flew.
I still fly. It's pretty safe, seems like. You know?
It's not that I'm worried about being safe. I neither know money or know where to fly to.
I was so freaked out, man. Because that is not the plan, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do that. I almost would have liked it if at Denver they were like, hey, we need to take this away. And I'd be like, oh my God, please take that away. I would have been totally down with that. But, you know, in this alleged universe, boy.
Yeah. You got the best possible ending, it seems like. Like, all the other ways that could have gone, just downhill from there.
Right, exactly. Lots of bad ways for that to go. So I disposed of it quite quickly.
Nice.
Because I don't like to disrespect. Look what I'm learning about.
What you got there?
I have a Dungeons and Dragons character sheet.
You're into Dungeons and Dragons? So you're doing some Dungeons and Dragons?
I'm going to experiment with this.
Do you have like a little group?
Not yet. But guess what? You're invited.
Yeah. I've never really played Dungeons and Dragons.
Neither have I, but we both love games.
Yeah.
And this is a role-playing game that we can make an audio episode with if we want. And have an ongoing storyline.
Have an ongoing storyline? Nice.
So all we need is like at least one more person. And then you and I can do it.
And can keep it rolling. Yeah, I have to see how that works. I don't know, like, so you have to like roll dice, right?
Yeah, you roll dice. You know, you say like, "Oh, Endo walks in the room and sees Greg. What do you do?" And I'm like, you know, I pull out my gun and I shoot Greg in the chest 5 times. You know, and I roll the dice for that shit. And it's like, oh, you get a 4 and you miss him every time or whatever. And Greg's like, and now it's your turn.
Oh wait, so the numbers like mean a certain like.
Yeah, like the likelihood of, you know, how many damage you do, or if it works, or if you perceive something.
Gotcha.
Oh, if you had rolled for a perception check, you know, you might have realized Greg's wearing a bulletproof vest and he's pointing an AK at you or whatever. You know.
Got you.
I don't know why I had to make it so violent between us.
Yeah. You immediately like tried to kill me.
Yeah.
I see how this is gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna join this game now. I mean, to be honest, it seems ill-fated for me.
Nah, maybe, but probably me too. Yeah. So
for first 5 minutes into the game, I'm like, all right, so I've got my race, I've got my character type, I've got my name, so let's start the game. Andy turns toward Greg and pulls out a gun.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
Wait, That's not how you play the game. That's not how you play the game.
I thought we were supposed to be on the quest. Andy raises his gun. No.
Give me the dice. I think it could be a lot of fun. But I'm going to do it for my Endo's Thinking Time podcast. I'm going to build a character. And then I'm going to take that character to a thing where they're doing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to record my first session.
Oh, so they actually, like, you just go, you build a character and go into someplace?
I think you can.
Oh, I didn't know that's how that worked.
I think that's exactly how it works. Because I think you have a character that you can work with and keep it rolling or whatever. And you'll die in some quests, but I think you'll either, if you stick around, you can build a new character to introduce. Or, you know, you can take your old
someone
character.
uses some stones and resurrects you or something?
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so there's like a bunch of races and stuff to choose from. It's just like Elder Scrolls. It's just like that.
Yeah,
Except
so like
it's
when you're setting up your character at the beginning of the game?
Yeah, it's just like that. Points, bonuses per skills, blah, blah, all this.
So like there's someone who like controls like the flow. I always wonder like the rules of that. Like it always seemed like your imagination could just get out of hand and you could kind of like go over all the boundaries. Like just start stomping on people.
Yeah, it's like, it's more like you and I would be on a quest and there would be a dude telling us what happens. So we approach the pyramid and see that there's a handprint on the door. What do you do? And Greg says, I put my hand on the handprint and cast a spell and booyah, the door opens or whatever.
Okay.
You know, or you have to roll the dice and see if the door opens.
So it's pretty much contingent on like the people playing to not be dicks about it, because
they have to work together.
Like because you could like you could go like say like the guy's doing the thing like, all right, you guys come across a troll, he raises like his sword, and I could just be like, Greg drinks super potion to give him amazing strength and amazing speed and slays troll. Like you can't.
You could if you have that potion, I guess, in your inventory.
So you like,
but you would have to be within the game, yeah.
So I would have to like. So I would have to make like so you would just start from the beginning. You can't just create like an inventory.
I think you get a
like,
set.
I guess that's what I'm saying. Like someone is there to like limit your imagination. Like nah, you can't do that.
That's the dungeon master.
Gotcha. Okay.
They run the game. They're like the narrator.
The dungeon master. So they're like you can't do that. All right, you're out of. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Or like a demon comes out and Greg tries to reason with the demon and fails, and the dungeon master says, the demon doesn't like that, so he bites Greg's arm off, whatever it is,
And I can't, so I can be like, I regenerate my arm. He's like, no, you're a human.
But you could try and cast a spell that regenerates your arm. Okay. You could roll for that. I'm not sure all the rules. I'm just now getting into it in the past couple of days.
See, I'm just wondering the limits because I got a pretty active imagination.
That's
I feel
why
like
you're good at it, dude.
I feel like I could just like create some stuff and
look. I'm gonna read off just some basic things and just see what appeals to you. Okay. Because I've already decided about a character I'm going to build. What would you rather do? Think about what you would want to do or hear what I've already thought of?
Hear what you already thought of.
Okay. I've decided my character is going to be a half orc. Okay? Oh. He's like half human, half orc.
Let's turn it off.
And he starts out with he's like strong and kind of fast. What do you got here? +2 strength, +1, karma or something.
So
I don't know.
I saw all those numbers, all those stats mean something, I guess.
Yeah, it builds up. So like, just like in Elder Scrolls or whatever.
Yeah.
So the Imperial guys have like plus to their strength and whatever. So whatever things you add up later, you've already got more points. So it just like helps kind of define what your character is actually good at. So picking shit actually means something. Mm-hmm. And I decided my character needed an orc name.
What did you give it?
I'm calling Krogar.
Krogar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. With a K, right?
Oh, of course. Dude. Okay. With a K. Krogar Grogolem, I think.
Grogolem?
Yeah. I'm going to try and take it super seriously, as I do everything.
How are you going to spell Grogolem?
GRO-GULLUM.
Ooh. I was going to say GROGOLLHUM. Grogolem.
Oh, that's even better. See, that's helpful. See, all right. So I'm just saying, I'm gonna try it out, and I'm gonna try and show up because it's a role-playing game. So you pick things about your character, and then you like pretend to be them in the circumstance.
Yeah.
I think that you and I would both be good at that. And I believe that if we could just capture us discovering it and kind of defining that, that might be a really fun thing to do for episodes. Have a dungeon episode.
Who would be the dungeon master though?
Well, we have to find somebody that knows the fucking thing.
Yeah, like someone who's strong personality. Who could be like, no, you two are idiots. You can't do that.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll need somebody who really knows the rules because both of us are probably gonna try and cheat. I probably will try to cheat.
Yeah, I don't prefer to think of it as cheating. I prefer to think of it as innovative ways of playing the game.
No, we're on the same page. So I think
thinking outside the box, you might get a little bit of that from me.
And it's extra fun because when I was a kid, I was never allowed to play that game, Dungeons and Dragons. It had spells and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to. Still.
Well, we don't have to.
Yeah, like I'm still not allowed to.
My mom to know. Yeah, she'll cast ass whoopings. But
Yeah.
She got high dexterity.
Spanking Maximus.
I'm gonna get into it for my podcast and like kind of go on this little adventure with it. I'm doing like the designer fragrance adventure, and I want to follow it up with this kind of more far out creative activity because it's an improv game basically.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about it.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I just know the dice thing. That's all I know.
Yeah,
because I just remember going into like game shops. They're like, "Oh yeah, those are like for Dungeons and Dragons." I'm like, "What? You need dice for Dungeons and Dragons?" It's like, "Yeah, you get these books too." And they just throw out like these huge
$80 bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So I just played Magic instead. Magic. You ever play that game? Magic the Gathering? Yeah,
no, I
a
never
card
played
game.
That. Isn't that kind of the same deal?
With
cards maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I play it on my phone, so I got this app on my iPhone where it allows you to like create your own decks and play on against other people and play story modes and campaigns. It's good to pass the time when I'm sitting in like offices or something like that.
That's cool. So this would be like that, like a story mode, except like there'd be a person in the room telling the story and adapting to what you do and stuff. And apparently a good dungeon master is somebody who like, sets up this circumstance and it's adaptable based on what you do. Maybe they'll create a little hallway that was there, and now you go down there and there's a thing that happens, based on what you did earlier.
But they have like the ultimate control, like change the story up and.
I think so.
Okay.
They're basically like the narrator, the omniscient kind of narrator.
I almost would want to be dungeon master.
I know you'd be good at being dungeon master.
That'd be fun.
Well, that'd be good too. It has to be somebody that knows the rules though. So
that's right. I don't know.
So, I think it'd be fun.
I'm gonna just feed it. Just feed the story to the dungeon master. All right. So then what happens is.
Yeah. I think that there's some good content in there somewhere. I'm gonna try it out soon. I think that there's a local group that's gonna let me sit in and learn. And there may even be like an official gathering kind of thing that happens, and I could just go and document that as well on my YouTube.
Nice.
But it'd be cool if we could have like you and I, and maybe like my cousin Jordan, who almost certainly will not be interested in this, and we can or drag somebody else along or something, and have ourselves a 3-person party.
Come in, the 3 witches.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't want to have 3 witches. That's redundant,
So 3 witches to the
I'm
west.
already an orc.
I'm already an orc.
So, I don't know. I'm sort of interested in it. I'm trying to, like, find new things to sort of, I don't know, talk about and learn about in the world.
Yeah. Dip your toes in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm loving all this stuff I'm getting into right now. The designer fragrance is kind of first in line. Second in line is the Denver Nuggets. And third in line is Dungeons and Dragons. Hobbies that I can maybe monetize in the future with content.
Dungeons and Dragons, yeah. So, yeah, you'll have to let me know how that first meeting goes.
Designer fragrance thing is going very well. I'm doing a bunch of videos. I'm starting to get a little bit of traction on YouTube. And people from other parts of the world are commenting on my videos, which is weird.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm trying to buy like advertising for it in a smart way and that kind of stuff. You know, I've been seeing some success with that. So I'm looking forward to it, man. And especially like something like Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know anything, and I'm
just starting from the complete ground up.
Yeah, because my character would also work. You know, because I have a whole story I'm starting to develop for my character. Because I want to try and give him some challenges in his personality.
Some depth.
Yeah, some things he has to overcome.
Some flaws.
Yeah, some flaws. So I'm building in flaws for my character that he has to overcome in the storyline.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
We'll see.
Hopefully,
I'm a storyteller as an artist, you know, so I'm just trying to see if I can
tease a
some
little.
art here. Wouldn't it be funny to be like a popular Dungeons and Dragons player because you're good at telling stories and you build it into your experience?
Do they have like books that the dungeon masters read out of?
I don't know.
I'm trying to write those.
There's some kind of stuff where it's like, here's mission 455.
Like Ghostbusters, pretty much. Remember those choose your own adventure books?
Yeah. Yeah, they may have that. I think what the dungeon masters have is more like a map. And
some sort of like stuff to spark there.
Yeah, when they go down the road, they'll hit X. When they go to X, if they do Y, they fucking charge Z, which causes this fight or whatever. Or, you know.
Yeah.
They see an obelisk.
Not the whole.
Let's break it. Oh, a demon comes
Not the
out.
whole roadmap, but something just to like jumpstart the whole game.
And so it's the dungeon master's job to be like,
and
it's a beautiful day. You're walking with your bros down the road, talking about ladies or whatever. And then all of a sudden, there's an obelisk in the middle of the road. What do? You know, my cousin Jordan's like, bite it! And so he bites it. And a demon comes out or whatever. Now we all have to fight this demon, you know?
Yeah.
I'm using Jordan as an example because I'm almost sure he won't want to do this. But if he does, he'll be hilarious. Because I don't think of him as a real gamer, but he is a super creative and funny guy. Yeah,
you guys probably play different types of video games. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he plays the sports stuff. He's very into it. I'm just now getting into it to learn about my beloved Denver Nuggets.
Gotcha. Yeah, I am. Man. So I guess one thing, we're coming up on like some minutes into the podcast.
My bad.
No, I was just thinking we could pivot to a little preview of what I was thinking about talking about next time.
Yeah. Ooh.
So what we got coming up is gaming season, man. It's pretty much about to be. The summer is absolutely terrible. It sucks in terms of like game releases and stuff like that. It's like the holidays. Like when you get into like September, October, November, those are the months where all the games come out because it's like holiday season right before Christmas.
That's right. So it's time to do the Twitch thing.
So you get like Battlefield, Call of Duty, Red Dead Redemption is coming out this year.
Ooh.
So that's coming out. What else is coming out? The
Fallout.
new FIFA is coming out, which I'm gonna get. I've been really into FIFA lately, like I was telling you.
That could be fun.
So I'm gonna get that.
That'd be emotionally light.
Right? There's a huge learning curve to that game, which is I like those kind of things.
That's all good.
But there's some good. There's a game called Vampire that came out recently, but Spider-Man's coming out. There's all kinds of games, but that's all I was thinking we could talk about some of those games.
Fallout 76 is coming out.
Yeah, all that stuff. So I was thinking we could talk about some of those games, which ones we were looking forward to, if they're like reoccurring titles like FIFA, what new features may be happening, or why their game might be a little bit bigger this time than next time. Some rumors of materials, just stuff like that.
Interesting.
Because it's gaming season, and I'm looking forward to it because I've been digging more into games as I grow older because it's good. That's how I blow off steam in between like when I'm making music.
Yeah, Red Dead. Rockstar. Those guys are making what I believe to be some of the best art in that genre. Man, GTA 5 was amazing. Grand Theft 4 was amazing. But like Red Dead, that original, oh my god,
Yep.
Red Dead Redemption.
That was good. That was really good. I'm really looking forward to the second one.
Me too.
Because from what I understand, there's some like kind of what you can team up a little bit online.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I've got.
I gotta double check those features. But like that's why I said we can discuss all those things. But you know, yeah. If that happens, that's like huge. You know, that's like everything you could want. Form your own posses.
Dibs on Tonto. If there's like cowboy in the native style, I want to be the Tonto character. I don't want to be the cowboy.
Yeah.
I've been cowboy plenty of times.
Well, I definitely gotta be in the
I would
Native
go
American
Tonto.
Native American camp. You can't be banned and call a Native station and then just go with the Cowboys.
I think you're right.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we could go double. Tontos.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You're supposed to make your squad.
For real?
Yeah, like posse. That's what I think. So we
Oh,
gotta double
like
check. I
that.
could be completely wrong, but like that's what I've heard. So we'll double check it and we'll talk about it next time.
Oh man, I have so many questions about that.
But yeah, I don't know. This might be a good stopping point for all the people listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to this show.
It's been a pleasure. It's the Late Weekend Show. My name is Greg.
My name's Ando.
You have a great night, day, evening, morning, whatever.
Or don't, whatever.